Hi everyone, and welcome to Growing Our Retirement. Today I'm going to show you how to propagate lavender and catmint. It is super easy, and once you've done it, you will never have to buy a plant again. It's super cool. I usually do them in these trade gallon containers. These are already taken. I did them like 2 weeks ago. Lavender roots very quickly, so it's you get a good reward for your effort here. So I'm going to have 4 new lavender plants in the spring. But I'm going to try something new. I'm going to use one of these bins. Now I'm going to fill this up with a mixture of perlite, which is kind of a granular substance, some sand, some dirt, some peat moss, but please just get any old loamy soil that you want. You don't have to do any special soil mix. This is our planting station, by the way. This is where we do all of our trees, all of our seedlings. I do all my propagation here. We have all our pots, big table, and this is where it all happens. So I'm gonna fill up this bin like so. I'm gonna get it probably halfway. I want them to have room to grow and be rooted. I picked a higher bin. You know, you don't want a short one because you don't want to get all malformed, because they're hitting the roof of the bin. And you want it deep enough that the roots can take place. So that's about what I did. You can see right there. I also have this, I wish it were cuter, honestly. Maybe I could find something cute. But this is super handy. If you're like me and it starts to rain and all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, I left all of my tools outside. They're getting wet. We keep everything in here. We have our rooting hormone right here, Hormidin 3. But you know, you don't have to use rooting hormone. You can totally just stick it in the dirt and it will work. This invigorates it a little and speeds up the process. And I've also heard that honey works. So here's a question for you. If any of you have rooted or propagated a plant using honey as the hormone, because it's a natural antiseptic and it helps keep bacteria away and fungus, let me know if it works. I'm dying to try it. I'm going to keep using this for now, but if you use it, please let us know. I love good tips. I keep that in there, a trowel, a knife for cutting up roots that have been bound, and a slow release in our holders, coffee cup, very fancy, slow release pellet fertilizer. Now, you don't want to fertilize this time of year. It's naturally heading into winter, and the plants are heading into dormancy. So you don't want to invigorate roots or invigorate growth right now with a fertilizer. So no fertilizing in the fall. The lid goes on and everything stays dry. So that's my little tip. I'm going to take out my rooting hormone. This is so easy. I have gone ahead and just trimmed some lavender. And all you do is you're going to take the bottom leaves off. Just like that, the bottom leaves. And then wherever there was a leaf, that's a node. You're going to stick this in your rooting hormone and you're just going to place it right in the dirt. I'm going to do them about 3 inches apart so they have room to breathe and grow. And I'm doing this for the nursery because we, as you know, we sell trees. It's our side gig, our side hustle, our retirement plan. And I'm also selling perennials. I'm selling hostas and lavender and catmint. So these will be future plants for sale at our nursery. I'm placing them about 3 inches apart in the bin so they have, you know, some nice spacing. I'm also only going around the edge just so that it's easier for me to take them out and they're not entwined or entangled. Just like that. You can even tap it off if you felt like you had excess rooting hormone. And then I have catmint. Now catmint is super common, I know, but I love it. It never lets me down, never. It pops up in the spring with beautiful flowers, and then they kind of die back, but then you cut it in half and they come back again. 2 weeks later, you have a whole nother set of flowers that will take you in through to the fall. Now, when you cut it back, all of those cuttings, they can be propagated in new plants. One tip I want to tell you is if one of your cuttings happens to have a flower budding. Now try not to take ones that have flowers because, you know, you want the flowers to grow. But if you did, you're just going to nip it off. It's painful, but you got to do it, trust me. all the energy is going into making that flower. You want the energy to go into making roots. So if you nip off the bud, it reverses and sends its energy to the roots. I'm just gonna stick that in. And I'm just gonna keep going. I'm just taking the leaves off the bottom. And like I said, wherever there's a node, that's potentially to be a new root. And I'm just sticking them in. How simple is this? You could go to your friend's house if you don't have plants to propagate. You could go to church with permission and grab some plants to propagate. I'm sure there's a low-cost way to grab these plants. And then honestly, if you did buy one, you could just propagate that one plant forever. One and done. So you did have a little expense, but then it paid you back. And hormone it goes and into the bin. Now I'm gonna cover the bin, and then I'm gonna water it first, obviously. And I'm going to keep it in a sunnyish spot so that through the winter, it'll still have some warmth, some humidity. I will continue to mist it and to keep it semi-moist, but not terribly moist, because we don't want root rot. And that's it. I'm gonna put a rock on it, and hopefully in the spring, I will have, I don't know, I'm planning on doing like 50. Lots of new plants to grow, sell, put in my own property, give away as gifts. So like, how fun is that? If you know somebody who just moved in to a new apartment or a new house, that you could give part of your garden to them, that's one of my favorite things. So that's it for today. I hope this was helpful. I hope you give it a try, and I can't wait to see you next time. Tomorrow's a new day. Bye everyone.